stamp, and these people are growing, and it's growing so rapidly since President Obama took office. Another nearly 7 million people, great Americans, are right now living in poverty. Poverty. We have the lowest labor force participation rates in 4 decades. 58% of the African American youth are either outside of the labor force or not employed. 1 in 5 American households do not have a single member in the labor force, not a single member of a household. These are the real unemployment numbers. The 5% figure is one of the biggest hoaxes in American modern politics. Meanwhile, American households are earning more than $4,000, think of that, $4,000 less today than they were 16 years ago. The average worker today pays 31.5% of their wages to income and payroll taxes. On top of that, state and local taxes consume another 10%. Very grim picture. The United States also has the highest business tax rate among the major industrialized nations of the world at 35%. It's almost 40%. It's almost 40% when you add in taxes at the state level, and in many cases and many states, it's much higher than that. In other words, we punish companies for making products in America, but let them ship products into the United States tax-free if they move overseas. This, ladies and gentlemen, is backwards. This is backwards. All of our policies should be geared toward keeping jobs and wealth inside of the United States. Under my plan, no American company will pay more than 15% of their business income in taxes. In other words, we're reducing your taxes from 35% to 15%. Thank you. Thank you. Small businesses will benefit the most from this plan. Hillary Clinton's plan will require small business to pay as much as 3 times more in taxes than what I'm proposing. And her owner's regulations will put them totally out of business, and you won't be able to start. You cannot ever start a small business under the tremendous regulatory burden that you have today in our country. I'm going to end it. I am going to cut regulations massively. Massively. Our lower business tax will also end job-killing corporate inversions and cause trillions in new dollars and wealth to come pouring into our country. And, by the way, into cities like right here in Detroit. To help unleash this new job creation, we will allow businesses to immediately expense new business investments. No one will gain more from these proposals than low and middle income Americans. My plan will also help reduce the cost of child care by allowing parents to fully deduct the average cost of child care spending from their taxes.